Hey guys, it's Deneen here, and welcome to my first page idea for December Daily 2024 with these cut files that I am calling folding hearts. So we have two hearts with essentially a square in the middle, and they are going to fold into each other. I also have a couple hearts, actually more than a couple, but I have a bunch. I have a bunch of hearts in different patterns. And here is how the finished piece is going to look. It's approximately 3 inches by 3 inches, and the hearts fold toward each other and then they kind of attach together like that. And super cute, super cute. I have 3 of them already put together, so I'm going to do these 3 others and show you how simple this is. So you're going to get your score tool, and when you put it on your scoreboard or when you're going to score it, it's going to be approximately 3 inches. But just again, score where the hearts meet the middle. That's basically the easiest thing. Score where the hearts each meet the middle, and then fold them into each other. That's it. that's it. It's that simple. Just fold them into each other. I am just kind of scoring them a little bit more as I am putting them together. But I mean, you can sit and put these together all day long. It's just that simple. And I'm going to be putting 6 of these on a 10 by 8 page, which essentially is 11 inches by 8 and 8.25. Yes, that's it, 8.25. Okay, so these are all of my patterned paper hearts. And all we're doing here is using some rolling adhesive, and we are adding them on the outside of that heart that is essentially a flap, right? It's like a little flap. Those two pieces are going to fold into each other and connect together. And I will do the same with all 6 of these. One thing that I want to point out is that I dug through my stash of scraps. I don't know about you guys, but I have a ton of scrap paper. Probably, this stuff is probably 10 years old, if not more. But I went through the drawer of scraps and I just started digging for patterns, right? Whatever kind of patterns I felt like putting on. I was just kind of looking for something that was red, something green. I found those swirls and I saw those Christmas trees, polka dots, just all kinds of different patterns from my stash. And I just again, I have just way too much stuff to begin with, but I definitely have a lot from this year's December daily collection, and I am absolutely going to use it. But something just told me to pull out my scraps, and that's what I did. So I kind of like it. It's an eclectic collection of all kinds of different patterns together. And the fact that these pieces or these hearts come together in the middle, and the fact that these different designs are kind of like yin and yang, right? They're like kind of bending around each other a little bit as those hearts come together. I just think they are super, super, super cute. I did have to do a little bit of cutting around the edge of 2 of the hearts. I don't know if it was the type of paper or if my cutting machine was wonky, but again, not that much of a big deal. Didn't even notice it. If I didn't notice it, most people probably wouldn't either. Okay, so there's my 6 3 by 3 inch squares, and I am going to put them on a piece of craft cardstock. Surprise, surprise. I feel like I've been pulling toward a lot of craft cardstock this year already, so we'll see how that pans out as December comes along. Here I am going through some puffy numbers and contemplating, excuse me, what I'm going to do. I also pull out my metal rimmed tags and decide that I'm going to put one of each of those on the little squares. And I could not remember for the life of me what size circle punch I use when I do these metal rim tags. And I've done them so many times. So I just kind of start going through the different sized punches. It was just funny. Some were too big, some were too small. I finally did find a 1 1/8 inch punch that worked perfectly. So that was the one that I chose. I ended up putting the punched circles on the back side of the metal rimmed tags. If you look at a metal rimmed tag, you'll see that the one side has a little bit of a thicker metal and then the other side is thinner. The thinner side in my book is the back side. But again, I guess that's in the eye of the beholder. I do end up finding paper to put on these. I started with white, I went to red, and then I did find a tan, which was very similar to the background but lighter. And then with the number stickers, I'm just kind of debating white or black. Since I settled on the tan, I think black was the good choice, and I really like the way it turned out. I like it just looks very, very sharp. Like the black stands out a lot on that lighter tan background. And I ended up picking a little bit of a chunkier number. Some of them were thinner, but I really liked the thicker numbers. And I just think that it turned out to be a fantastic choice. So I am counting six of something here. I'm not sure six of what. I don't know. But whatever it is, one day in December, I'm counting six of them. Okay, so anyway, this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. So I am going to go ahead and trim off a quarter of an inch to match because I don't know what's going to go on the back of this. But if it's one of the papers from December Daily Collection, they are 8.25 inches. And then I'll just go ahead and punch my holes. I don't know where this will fall in December, but I just decided to punch the holes on the left. Whatever day I choose, I'll make sure it's a day that falls on the right side of the album so that the punched holes are on the left. Okay, so I am adhering these metal rim tags to the circular part of the heart, and some of them are going to be on the tops, and some of them are going to be on the bottoms. It's just, I think I did like every other one the way I'm doing it. It's like one is on the bottom, two is on the top, three is on the bottom, four is on the top, and so on. So this was done with score tape. I did try the rolling adhesive. It's not that it wouldn't have stuck, but it just didn't feel like it was sturdy enough for me. So I just pulled out my score tape. And of course, that's usually the best choice for a little bit, not that a metal rimmed tag is heavy, but it's a little heavier than just an embellishment that's made of paper. Okay, so I'm getting my rulers out here and I am lining things up and I am eyeballing and using the ruler and I'm moving things around. I end up moving everything a little bit further away from the punched holes because those hearts are going to open up and I want the viewer to be able to open the hearts that are closest to the rings in my album. Now, those two particular folded hearts, they're never going to open all the way up as long as it's in my album, but you can totally open them and look at them, and whatever I decide to put inside, you will absolutely be able to see. I may put photos, I may put words, I may put word art. I'm not really sure. But I wanted to make sure that all of these little folded hearts can open, and they do. Six of them fit on the page size out of the page protector in a 10 by 8 album. So if you're interested in doing this, you totally can do six of something. Maybe you have six family members, right? Maybe you have six cats. I have five cats, not six, but I have five. But you can do your top six favorite songs, top six favorite movies. Lots of options here. Okay, once I am happy with the placement, I then open up each of these little folded hearts and I put pressure down to keep them in place permanently because I originally laid them down quite lightly and now I'm just kind of pushing because I'm happy. And here we go. This is what it looks like in my album. Probably going to do a little bit more embellishing as I go along through December. Whatever story I tell, I may do some embellishments on the other halves of these squares, probably some embellishing on the inside. But this is a good foundation for me now to be able to tell a story of six somethings, maybe six things I'm grateful for. Alrighty, so here we go with opening them up. You can see here, again, these are going to open up. It's like a trifold. So you're going to have the back sides of each heart plus the base. So those two are going to open there. And then here in this picture, I opened two more. And then I think the last picture I opened, the top one, the number 2 one, I think that was what I opened last to show you guys. Yes, here it comes. I opened the middle one. So you'll see that they can be opened and you can put a lot of fun stuff on the inside. This was super fun and easy, 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 easy. If you're interested in doing something like this, you can check out my Etsy shop. This will be available as a download with the PNG files. For those of you who are familiar working with cutting machines other than the Silhouette, there will be Silhouette files and also a Photoshop file with some text and videos. There's a bonus video with this one, just kind of walking you through some of my ideas. So, alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, hopefully we will see you very, very soon in my next video.